Okay, got a Aventon Pace 500.3 here. The other day I had a flat tire on the rear of the bike, so I thought I'd do a quick review on how to change the tire and what you should carry on an electric bike because I didn't have everything. So, some things that you should carry. First off, you should probably have a pack of some sorts. This kind hooks to the underneath the seat like this. This can hook to the handlebars up under here. This kind, if you have a top tube, you can hook it here around the front head and then around the top tube. The same with this kind, but that's to store your tube and your tools. So you're going to need a CO2 inflator or some type of small bicycle pump to carry with you. I carry a repair kit. I like this kind because you don't have to use any glue. Usually I carry some tape. I may take some tape and wrap it around my seat post, and that way I can unwrap it and use it if I need to. This is what I did not have the other day, is zip ties. On the Aventon, the rear nuts to take the tires off are 18 millimeters. The front is 15. I do not carry this with me. Aventon provided this with the new bike, but it's a little big, so I went to Harbor Freight and bought this little guy so it'll fit inside my bag. You're going to need some tire levels, and I recommend a good multi-tool. This one happens to be by Swin. So most electric bikes, you have nuts that you have to remove with the tool. Some bikes may have a through axle, which is this. You just release this mechanism, then unscrew it. So in order to change this tire, you have to cut these zip ties, 1 and 2, and then you have to unplug this connector. Then you have to take this rubber protection piece off, and then you loosen up this nut. I would recommend that you run the chain down to the smallest cog. Just makes getting the tire on and off easier. And then you come around to this side and remove this nut. Now pay attention to where your washers and your spacers go. There is a spacer in here that is slotted that goes up inside the frame. So pay attention to that. So after you do that, then just slide the tire off, the wheel off. It's kind of heavy, but not too bad. Then replace the tire in the tube. Let me rephrase that. Replace the tube. Then put everything back in reverse sequence. And then that's where you'll need the zip ties, which is I did not have with me before. You have to zip tie these wires back, or they will rub on the tire and the wheel and get hung in the spokes. Now if you don't want to carry zip ties, if you have some tape around here, around somewhere else, you could temporarily tape it up and you wouldn't have to carry the zip ties, and then when you got back home you could put zip ties on it. It's a pretty simple sequence of events to change out the tire, but of course you want to carry a tube also, or you could try using the repair kit and patching the tube. It just makes it a lot easier if you carry a tube and you don't have to repair it on the side of the road. But in case you had another flat, I recommend that you bring some patches because things happen. I always carry at least 2 CO2 cartridges with me because sometimes they don't always seal. I recommend the 20 grams one for these bigger tires. And like I said, I would carry 2 in case one does not inflate properly. You don't get it seated when you go to inflate it. Or you can use your own little pump. You can buy a pump. Some of them mount to the bike. But on this particular bike, you don't have any water bottle holders or nothing to mount the pump to. So I hope this video helps a little bit. I hope you like and subscribe to my channel. Be lots of more good content on electric bikes and cycling in general. Hope to hear from you soon. Leave me a message if you have any questions. Thanks.